Enter Castle Peak again. Pitch black as normal. Wish you can see the stars up there. It is absolutely gorgeous. We are slightly off trail, but that's expected when you're hiking in pitch black environments. So last time we were here, we were kind of cut short on summiting Conundrum Peak, but we managed to get Castle in. So now we're hoping to do a repeat today. Perfect weather so far, and hopefully we get back on trail. Well, we found the trail. The morning, the darkness brought us off course, but we managed to find the trail again. Luckily, this is the kind of ascent that once you're on the trail, no matter which route you go, you're going to end up in the same destination. This morning we had some snow. It was started off as sprinkles, then it started pouring. The wind has been coming in and out, but we got through the first phase. Now we are approaching the base to Castle Peak in Conundrum. A little different than last time, but we should be able to, we should do well. So right ahead of you is Conundrum Peak. Story behind this, if you followed my first Castle Peak series videos, you'll get a recap that summiting Conundrum was not successful due to several technicalities, but this time we are seeking revenge on this mountain, and we have gotten a much better start. So I'm pretty confident that once we get through the initial phase of reaching Castle Peak, Conundrum should be nothing but a short little walk to the summit. It's been snowing a little bit more. I guess September is that time of year where snow arrives on the mountains, but luckily it's not so bad. Expected to be clear skies today, possible thunder in the afternoon, but according to the weather reports, precipitation is about 20%. With our early start, I'm pretty confident weather shouldn't be a problem today. Cold, miserable, snow, icy rocks, can slip at a moment's notice. Oh, a mountaineer's life for me. We contemplated taking a detour, but I'm glad we didn't. chose to stick to the main trail. We're in the shade right now. It's on the face of Castle. And it's one of the colder parts of the mountain. But it's like I never left here. Seems like I was just here yesterday. And just as a recap, I did Castle Peak last month. Couldn't make it a Conundrum. The Conundrum is behind me. So we were gonna try to go up the face around there, up that way. But the higher I go on this side of the mountain, the more I realize 2-inch loose rocks outside the trail. It's too dangerous. I mean, ideally, I just want to get Conundrum done, call it a day, save my energy for my next climb. But sticking to the rules, sticking to the mindset that safety is always number one. But yeah, we're just hanging on the side here. Luckily, it's simple steps. And then soon we're gonna have to face the ridge again. And then last stretch to the Castle Peak summit again. And to give you an idea, in case if you missed the other videos, here's what it looks like. That's the saddle that we're gonna be crossing. But right now, that's our objective. All in that area. It's gonna be fun. Made it to the top of the ridge. As expected, wind decided to show up. Of course, it leaves the second I start this video. Gotta say, this ridge was quite the experience. But not going back that way. You'll see what's ahead of me here in a second. But you gotta enjoy the view. Conundrum is the main target today. Would hate to fall off that, but here we are. Here's the next piece of the puzzle. It should be a good time. So we just made it to the top of Castle Peak. Out in the view, where you see those darker mountains, that's the rest of the Elks Range. Pyramid, Maroons, Capitol, Snowmass, some of the toughest mountains to climb in Colorado. But today, that's our destination. Castle Peak was summited last month. Not much to celebrate here. It's kind of a been there, done that already. So now we're beginning our descent to the saddle. And our saddle all the way up that line, across that last saddle. You'll see that little dip. We go up that point in the corner. Oops, sorry about that. There, that's our point right there. We are on the saddle. Winds have been picking up. Trying to stay away from the edge because that one has a very, very, very long, dangerous drop. So making our rounds, maneuvering over these loose rocks. Weather's still doing well. Thankfully, the sun is balancing the temperature, and I need my hands now. After a long wait, finally made it to the summit of Conundrum Peak. Bittersweet. It's awesome to finish my 29th climb. Same time, I wish it was finished earlier the first time I was here, but nonetheless, I lived another day to climb another mountain. So, had a nice, good feast up here. Couldn't ask for a better day. From Castle Peak to here, it took us about an hour. And in the background that you see over there, probably I've said this a million times already, but that is the Maroons, Capitol, and Snowmass, and Pyramid. Tomorrow I'm going to attempt to take on Snowmass. I'm contemplating either doing the easier 22-mile trail or the more exposed, challenging 9-mile trail. 22 miles just seems like, oh. Well, done it before, do it again. We'll see how the conditions go, but tomorrow's expected to be a bluebird kind of day. So, gonna head to Aspen after this, work on the descent, and get off this mountain. One goal I had a while back was trying to climb Denali before I turned 30. Since that's not gonna happen, I can say that I'm thankful to be one step closer to climbing 30 14ers before my 30th birthday. I can't complain with that. Alright, trying to do what I do best. Let's see if we can get started on a little fun ride. Reason why oh, yikes! I'd say today has been pretty eventful, and more importantly, peaceful. No weather hazards, nothing that could cause any hazard whatsoever. Glad to get Conundrum done, because the last time I was here, Castle Peak was finished, but unfortunately not the second one. But today we did the formal route where we climb to Castle Peak and then cross over to Conundrum, and now I can officially say I have completed the combo. Climb overall was pretty easy to Castle. The whole day was actually pretty decent. One moment after another, we just seemed to be getting closer and closer. Last time we were here, it took forever just to get to the summit. Probably because it was the first time and we didn't know what to expect. But fast hike, everyone is safe and sound. And I guess think the thing that I take most from this is the fact that this is number 29. Hard to believe. My last one in my 20s. One more summit. I see people in the summit right now. One more mountain. I'll be at number 30. Very thankful, very blessed. Lots of Coloradans do this as a hobby, but very small percentage that of the state that does on a regular basis. So it feels good to be part of something that just makes you feel free. Until next time, I'm hoping that the next climb will be Snowmass.